Hello, everyone, and welcome to this live video event. If you are dreaming of visiting Tuscany, but really making the most authentic experience out of it, now this is a video for you. If you don't know who I am, my name is Claudia Callegari. I am working now in the wine business for over 20 years in Tuscany and the founder of the Toscana Wine Club. Together with my counterpart, Jill Bruce from Tennessee, we have crafted this semi-private travel experience in Tuscany called Tuscan Escape. And we are taking this opportunity to tell you a little bit more what's going to happen, but most of all, to give you the chance to get to know us a little bit better. In a world where everything looks pretty online, perfect, AI generated, the purpose of this life is to really get to know us in first person as real human beings and try to share with you the energy that we put into this project. I'm going to take a look at the chat. If you have any questions, any doubts, any curiosity that you would like to ask, please feel free to do so. We'll be happy to answer your question live. But as I already see that some people are coming in, I would like to take the chance and invite my counterpart, Jill, on stage. Hello, Jill.
Can you see me? There I am.
Hi.
Yay!
So, Jill, how excited
okay,
are you?
I've lost you, Claudia.
Well, I'm doing very well. I just came back from the States, and I'm very looking.
I've lost you.
Yes. Sorry. And I'm looking much forward to the 2026 plans. So, but how are you excited to take part of this 2026 Tuscany Escape dates?
Oh, as always, I live for these trips because they are so wonderful. And it's really hard to describe about our trips because they're so unique and they're small groups and everybody comes together as strangers and leaves as family. And we learn so much because we cover the entire Tuscany region, which is big. And a lot of people don't understand that over here. Tuscany is a huge area and we cover it. I wished I'd brought my map up here that you sent us because it was wonderful. That showed everywhere we went and everybody loved it. Everybody loved it. So I'm very fired up, very excited because coming in May, we get to see the vines. They start blooming and budding and we're seeing the beginning of new growth. And it's just a wonderful time of year.
Absolutely. Now, as I told you a little earlier, I haven't done these live events for a while, and I'm struggling a little bit with technology right now. I don't know if it shows, but I'm trying to maximize us. But anyway, we'll figure it out throughout this live event. All right. So no worries. Yes, no worries. So as
I'm okay being little.
Sorry.
I said, I'm okay being little.
Okay.
On the screen.
All right. All right. So let's put first and foremost, the new dates of the 2026 Tuscan Escape. Now, first of all, let me ask you one question. Let's talk about the fact that the two of us work so well together and we created a very good combo because we are able to bring in clients and travelers from the US to Tuscany, taking advantages of the expertise of a local person, myself, but at the same time giving the comfort, let me say, of having an American person, yourself, as a sommelier, guiding those people from the US. So what do you think, or why do you think, Jill, this is becoming is working so well between us? Why do our guests feel so comfortable when they come to Tuscany with you and then hosted by me?
Well, Well, some of it is it's a small group. We don't do more than 10. We could maybe do 12, but keeping it small keeps it personal. Having an American som, they can reach out to me anytime and ask questions. Like if they've never traveled internationally, I can hand walk them through everything. Or if they have, we figure out what their educational experience is. Are they new with wine? Do they want to learn more? Are they advanced wine drinkers? They will be by the time they leave. They'll be very advanced. So I think it works out that way. And how could an American come into your area and be an expert? So there's nothing better than having a local right there to hand walk us through everything, explain things in English that we understand. And I think it's the best of both worlds when you can do that, because you're taking people who are experts in two different parts of the world. And that's what our tour is different, because it's an American som, an Italian som, who put their heads together and said, this is what we want to see. This is what and when we first met and started this communication, it was your personal goals and your business were exactly what I was looking for in another country. And of course, Italy is just the love of my life. And when I come to Italy, everything changes. It slows down. You learn to take a breath and enjoy being in the moment. This last time when I came, I had some flight problems. So I was a little bit, you got to let that stuff roll off of you. But I was 5 or 6 hours later, I go running into the Airbnb I was staying in. And the gentleman looked at me. He said, you need to slow down. And I said, absolutely.
Yes. And probably
I did. And that's what it's about.
That's probably the same thing I told you when you first called me. That's probably the very same thing I told you when you first called me, asking if you could bring a group of wine lovers to Italy and Tuscany. And I remember very well that conversation. But anyway, to answer my very question, the same question I posed you, I had the feeling that these people, well, they were not all well-traveled coming to Tuscany in the past two editions. And I really could feel and sense that they were very comfortable by having, yes, a local person here in Tuscany, but also an American person who might understand better their needs or their concerns sometimes when you are international, in another country. Yeah. So beside the wine knowledge, I really think that these people really could benefit from having you as a local advisor, let me say. So not only about wine or about activities, but also about little things like no cappuccino after.
The unspoken rules of Italy.
Exactly.
After 11, no cappuccino. Yeah.
Right. And so, Jill, we have seen...
So
we have seen in the past two editions, and I'm going to show here some pictures, different guests, different ages. There were some solo travelers, there were couples, there were couples celebrating anniversaries, there were a small group of friends joining us. Who do you think is this wine trip designed for, in your opinion?
Oh, I love these. Chianti.
So,
it's just, we have beautiful. Go ahead.
Now, who do you think is the perfect guest for this kind of these semi-private experiences in Tuscany?
It's pretty broad. Like you said, solo is very comfortable. Girlfriends, because maybe they've got husbands that don't like to travel. So get a group of girlfriends up, couples that are celebrating or just spend a lot of time traveling. We had two girlfriends that came from two different parts of the country because they don't spend a lot of time together, and they got to spend a week together in Tuscany. So it's really open, but very comfortable for solo travelers. Very comfortable for solo travelers. And like you said, all ages. We've had all ages. So we can accommodate anything.
Yes, exactly. And
So I love those pictures. That's
yes, let's see a couple of more pictures. Here we are in the Chianti Classico region with the famous Gallo Nero. Here we are in a butcher shop, which we had the luck of visiting, because this brings me to another question that I wanted to ask you, Jill. Being a person coming from the US, how unique did you feel was the access that we provide to local producers and to private wineries in Tuscany?
Well, I think that's truly what separates us from so many other groups. Number one, it's a full Tuscan experience. I've got to quit talking with my hands, don't I? It's a full Tuscan experience. And we visit small, boutique, family owned, generational vineyards. And every one we walked in was like you instantly felt like you were part of the family. And it's not a cookie cutter tour where you just go in, sit down, drink your wine. It's just all encompassing. And everybody felt like family when they left, and everybody's hugging everybody, by the time we leave. And that makes us unique. We cover other things, olive oil, we cover cheese, we cover different things, cooking class. So it's not all just wine, but we try to bring a lot of the Italian culture in to the whole week as an experience too. And I think it makes us different. We're not rushing from one place to the other. We get to take our time, enjoy it, and then we kind of ease on out. And that's it. Italy runs a little slower than we do over here. So that pace, but that's what makes it so great. It's what makes it so great.
Yes, absolutely. And talking about the future, now we already had two past editions, two groups in 2025, one in May and one in October. And that's what we are going to repeat in 2026. So here on screen, you see the dates, the new dates for the new year, which are going to be May 3rd through the 10th. And October 11th through the 18th. That makes it a full week program starting on Sunday in Florence and ending on Sunday in Florence. Those are two different periods of the year, each very unique in its own way. So because you experienced both of them, is there one you preferred of the other, or do you have any preferences of comments, or what are the plus and minus of each period of the year, Jill?
You can't ask me that. That's like asking who your favorite child is. They're both exceptional times of the year in the vineyard, but they're different. So in May, we do have the budding vines, and we're going through the spring growth, and everything is green. And we have those beautiful rolling hills covered in vineyards and olive trees. That's a fresh start. It's a new start that we experience in May. When you come in October, we've worked through the season. Harvest usually is over by October. We lucked out this past October, and there was a couple of late harvests, so we got to share some actual winemaking time in the winery. But the vines are exploded in grain, but they may or may not have grapes on them. But it's still that beautiful lush and it's preparing for the winter months. We did see some gold and brown leaves starting to turn in October, but it's still, both times are so unique that I can't favor one over the other. I love both my children. So I love both of the times of the year. And we're not, July is miserable over there, right? It's when it's so hot. Mm-hmm. So we're getting there before the extreme heat, and we're there after the extreme heat. So the temperature and all is so pleasant both times as well. You can't go wrong either way. And if you have a doubt, come to both of them. We change it up enough. We change it up so you can come to both.
Oh, Jill, you are the best.
I love it. I just love it.
I really love working with you, and I'm sure 2026 is going to be as exciting as the 2025 dates. So let's talk about a couple of details. We mentioned earlier that these are semi-private groups, small groups, and we want to be small groups. We are talking about 10 to 12 people, no more than that, which means that, as you can imagine, these spots are selling fast. And I invite you to contact either me or Jill directly after this live or in the future, in the coming weeks, if you are interested to sign up for a waiting list for May or for the October dates. Just talking about the details, below this video, I will share the link to the full itinerary with all the information day by day of the activities involved and the pricing. But there's one question that I want to ask Jill, because probably that's what people like the most. How does the booking works? Is everything included? What's not included? Is there anything, there's hidden costs within this program?
Well, that's what makes it unique too. Once you land in Florence and we start off with our Sunday night dinner that kicks it off, you do not have to reach into your pocket till you get ready to go home. Everything is inclusive. So what we don't pay for, I will note, is flights. People like to fly different airlines, different types of planes. Maybe they want to come 2 or 3 days early or stay 2 or 3 days late. A lot of people do that because they take advantage of the fact that they're over there. So we let you book your own flight and take care of that. But when you get there, no, you do not reach in your pocket. There's not a thing you have to do. We take care of all of that. And, that's food, wine, hotel accommodations, everything. So you're good to go there. It's all inclusive.
Beside that, with my access to wineries and my knowledge of the region, I'm going to let you discover so many niche boutique wineries and interesting wines that typically somebody reach their pockets to make sure that they can continue the experience by shipping some of those wines back home. And that's also the beauty of it, because you discover something very authentic, very unique, and you have the chance in a way to relive the experience once you're back home by sharing these wines with your friends and family and telling the stories that you have lived over there. I think it's something that it's very unique for those people, and I'm always happy to see how eager are these people to bring back some memories of this week together. All right, any question that you would like Jill to ask me?
I don't. I'm if anybody, has any problems, you can contact me at, my email is not up there, is it? JillBruce1@gmail.com. I can answer questions, send you additional information. If you're interested in it, I'll have a link specifically sent to you that you can go ahead and register. There's a small deposit up front that reserves your spot, and you have the right to cancel up until 30 days before the trip. So I think you're making a commitment of a lifetime. So it's that easy. You go into that link and sign up, and you're there. And then we'll just keep you posted as we go and as we get closer to dates and all that. More details go out, and any questions down to the smallest thing. I mean, I was coaching people on how to book their flights, make sure you had enough layover time um, to get through customs and all that when you get to Europe. So there's a lot of little details to flying if you're not used to doing it. If you're used to doing it, great. You don't need me at all. But a lot of people that have come so far just needed a little extra encouragement to feel confident to do it. So that's what I'm available here to help you do. And Claudia takes care of all the hard stuff on that side with setting it up with the vineyards, and we go in and everybody's hugging on everybody. And, and then when you come home, you can get back in touch with them through LinkedIn. And follow everybody, which I think it's great to follow these vineyards on LinkedIn and to watch them grow because they're small, and they sincerely appreciate the groups that come through and ask the questions. They're so happy to talk about their vineyards and proud of the wines they produce. But it is unique because these wines you can't get stateside. So we can order them through your wine club, which also is helpful. That and olive oil. So we can, and that's the other thing you'll fall in love with. It's not just about wine. It's about the food. It is about the fresh Italian food, how it's fixed. So it's both. It's just a encompassing week of Italy. And once you leave, you're going to be planning your next trip by the time you get home because you will fall in love with Italy.
Okay, so we have a question online from Conrad. Do you offer winery suggestion connection to be made in Tuscany or Italy in general outside of the Tuscan Escape? Of course. Absolutely, yes. One thing I probably did not mention, but I would like to do so, is that having worked for a very long time in Tuscany in wineries, I obviously know the area very well. Our business is a close network. We all know each other. And over the years, I have built very strong relationship with these wineries and with these people and families. So typically, when I do bring a group, I really just try to look for a unique experience. So either it is a barrel tasting or a vertical tasting of old vintages, or an hands-on activity with blending your own wine, or something that you not do on your own because it's not a standard experience, but something a little bit extra that I like to provide when I host people from wherever, actually, because we had people from US, from Australia, from many different countries, and I really try to make sure that experience is first and foremost unique and authentic, and not a commercial tour quick of a winery just to sell wine. I really spend a lot of energy trying to establish this connection and trying to make sure that what I offer is a little bit off the beaten path in a way, so a little bit different than what you would do on your own, basically. And I do think that people can feel that. Don't you think so, Jill?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The relationships, that was one of the comments people kept making to me this last trip was, we just can't believe the relationships that Claudia has with these vineyards and how you've helped them in their own, different places. You've helped them grow and market, and vineyard when we were there. And it was the first time they'd done that, and that was like so special. It's just it's very unique. It's not, there's no cookie cutter tour at all up to describe it because it is so unique. So and Tuscany is so unique.
Yeah, I will, Randy in the comments ask for
So,
the link with the information. And so I will be posting this right after this live. I just want to remind for once again the dates of the new edition in 2026, which are May 3rd through 10th and October 11th through 18th. Just feel free to reach out to me or to Jill. Just one very last question. The best memory that you had from the 2025 experiences? If there's one that you can name.
how can you ask me that? That's like asking which the favorite time of year. I can't. There's so many. I mean, there's just so many. I can't name one because there may be that special moment when you turn around and the sun is setting over the Tuscan hills and you get to see it. Or you're standing on the beach looking at the Mediterranean and the sun setting. I mean, there's all those moments. And then there's the people moments. We did have a birthday at the last one. So that was very special. You did a surprise thing and that was great.
Yeah.
So I can't nail one moment. It's because it's a total feeling. It's a feeling.
I have to say that probably Paul's birthday was my favorite moment of 2025 because I discovered he was turning 60 that same day, and I quickly organized, candles and a little bit of celebration, and he didn't expect that, and it was a very festive moment that made me emotional, actually, in a way. So it was a very fun time of the week. So I'm glad that we had the chance to celebrate it all together as a group in a time of the week in which we were already a group, because that's also the nice thing about these semi-private experiences. At the end, you are strangers, but at the beginning you are strangers, but at the end of the week you might have made some very good new friends all over the country. So that's very special, all with the same shared love for traveling, wine, culture, food, and so forth. All right, so Jill, I think it's time to say goodbye, or to say to the next time, because actually May is coming up pretty soon, and I look forward to host the next group in May. I will be posting in the comments down here all the information, so the link to the itinerary and our details, both mine and Jill, so that if you want to reach out for more information, you can just feel free to contact us directly. And what more? 20 minutes, we are perfect on time. Thank you so much, Jill, for your time, for showing up. I think, I hope that we have reached my goal of sharing with our audience not the details about the trip, but really what they will meet or who they will meet at their hosts, which is for me the most important thing about this live event. I just want to make sure that they could feel the passion that drives us, our energy, our smiles, and how we connect well together in crafting these memorable experiences for our guests. Thank you so much, Jill, for being part of this.
Ciao.
Ciao.